Love is the most powerful force in the universe, yet so many of us walk through life feeling unloved, unworthy, and incomplete. We search endlessly for love outside ourselves, desperately seeking validation from relationships, achievements, and social media likes. But what if I told you that the key to attracting more love isn't about finding it? It's about embodying it first? Right now, in this moment, you have the ability to completely transform how you experience love in your life. Not through complex techniques or years of therapy, but through one profound mental shift, acting as if you're already deeply, completely loved. This isn't about pretending or faking it. This is about tapping into a fundamental truth that already exists within you. Your brain doesn't know the difference between what's vividly imagined and what's real. When you begin to move through the world as someone who is cherished and adored, something miraculous happens. Your entire reality begins to shift. Today, I'm sharing a life-changing exercise that has transformed countless lives. We'll explore exactly how to embody this loved state in every aspect of your life, from how you walk and talk to how you make decisions and set boundaries. This is about claiming your birthright of being loved, starting right now. Fascinating research has revealed that our brains cannot distinguish between real experiences and vividly imagined ones. Through advanced neuroimaging studies, it's become clear that mental rehearsal activates identical neural pathways as actual physical experiences. When we act as if we're deeply loved, our brain releases the same powerful cocktail of chemicals, oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin, that flow during moments of genuine connection and affection. Acting as if we're already loved isn't merely positive thinking or wishful dreaming, it's a deliberate rewiring of our neural circuitry. Each time we embody this state of being loved, new neural pathways strengthen and multiply. It's similar to an athlete visualizing perfect performance or a musician mentally rehearsing a piece. Through repetition, these pathways become our default operating system. What makes this practice particularly powerful is its effect on our autonomic nervous system. When we carry ourselves as someone who feels secure in love, our body naturally shifts from a stress response state into a state of calm and safety. Breathing deepens, muscles relax, and stress hormones decrease. This physiological shift creates an upward spiral. As we feel more peaceful and secure, we naturally attract more positive experiences and connections. Brain plasticity plays a crucial role in this transformation. Every thought we think and emotion we feel creates biochemical changes in our bodies. By consciously choosing to embody being loved, we're literally reshaping our brain's structure. New synaptic connections form, while old patterns of unworthiness and lack begin to fade through disuse. Studies focused on heart-brain coherence demonstrate that when people generate feelings of being loved, their heart rhythms become more ordered and harmonious. This coherent state influences everything from immune function to emotional stability. It's as if acting as if we're loved creates a magnetic field that draws more love-affirming experiences into our lives. This isn't magical thinking, it's neuroscience in action. By understanding these biological mechanisms, we can approach this practice with confidence, knowing that every moment spent embodying love is physically restructuring our brain for greater receptivity to love. Life-changing awareness begins when we recognize patterns that have been invisibly controlling our experience of love. Hidden beliefs about being unworthy or unlovable create a lens through which we view every interaction, every relationship, and every moment of connection. These deeply ingrained patterns show up in countless subtle ways. Walking into a room feeling slightly smaller, speaking with an apologetic tone, or constantly seeking approval, all stem from an underlying belief that love must be earned. Many people unconsciously operate from a scarcity mindset around love, believing there's never quite enough to go around. Past experiences of rejection or abandonment create protective walls that seem to keep us safe but actually block genuine connection. When someone offers a compliment, it's quickly deflected. When care is shown, suspicion arises about hidden motives. Every gesture of love passes through this filter of unworthiness, diluting its power and preventing it from truly landing. Looking closely at current relationships reveals these patterns in action. People-pleasing behaviors, fear of speaking up, difficulty receiving care, all point to an underlying belief that love is conditional. Many find themselves drawn to unavailable partners or sabotaging healthy connections, unconsciously confirming their belief that deep love isn't possible for them. Daily choices reflect these limiting beliefs too. Settling for less than desired, staying in draining situations, or neglecting self-care all stem from not feeling worthy of abundant love. Social media engagement often becomes a substitute for genuine connection, providing quick hits of validation that never quite satisfy the soul's deeper longing for love. Within families and close friendships, these patterns create invisible barriers. Difficulty expressing needs, fear of burdening others, or keeping emotional distance, all serve to maintain the familiar but limiting story of being somehow unlovable. Each interaction becomes another brick in the wall of separation, reinforcing the very isolation we long to break free from. Breaking free starts with bringing awareness to these unconscious patterns. By witnessing how deeply these beliefs influence every aspect of life, space opens for a new way of being. Recognition becomes the first step toward transformation, as what was once invisible becomes clear and changeable. Looking into a mirror becomes a profound gateway to transformation when approached with intention and presence. This seemingly simple practice holds power to reshape deep-seated patterns around receiving and embodying love. Standing before a mirror, eyes meeting their own reflection, many initially notice an instinct to look away or focus on perceived flaws. Raw vulnerability surfaces in this intimate moment of self-witnessing. Yet within this vulnerability lies an invitation to practice radical self-acceptance and love. Mirror work begins with simply holding gentle eye contact with oneself. Speaking words of love and acceptance aloud while maintaining this gaze creates new neural pathways of self-connection. I love you exactly as you are. These words might feel foreign or false at first. Keep speaking them anyway. You are worthy of deep, unconditional love. Let these truths land in your body, even if resistance arises. Each morning presents an opportunity to deepen this practice. Before rushing into daily activities, pause for even just 2 minutes of mirror connection. Notice what emotions surface. Notice where judgment or criticism tries to creep in. Breathe love into those places of resistance. Speaking words of appreciation for specific qualities builds a foundation of genuine self-recognition. Physical appearance becomes secondary as this practice deepens. Mirror work transcends surface reflection, becoming a portal to soul-level connection. Maintaining eye contact while speaking words of forgiveness, words of compassion, words of celebration. This rewires deep patterns of self-rejection into pathways of self-love. Tears often flow during mirror work as layers of protection dissolve. Welcome them as sacred signs of opening. Each tear carries away old beliefs of unworthiness, making space for love's truth to take root. Mirror work invites witnessing all emotions, anger, grief, joy, fear, with equal acceptance and care. Recording these mirror sessions can amplify their impact. Watching recordings later reveals subtle shifts in energy, expression, and presence over time. What begins as awkward or uncomfortable gradually transforms into natural, flowing connection with oneself. Partners in mirror work can witness each other's practice, holding space as love statements are spoken aloud. This shared vulnerability creates profound bonds while normalizing self-love as a daily practice rather than a secret shame. Moving through life as someone deeply loved creates tangible shifts in physical presence. Every cell in our body responds to this inner knowing, transforming how we walk, speak, breathe, and engage with space around us. This embodiment practice becomes a powerful catalyst for attracting more love into our lives. Body language naturally evolves when we carry ourselves as someone cherished and valued. Shoulders relax back, spine lengthens, and chin lifts slightly, not from arrogance, but from quiet confidence. Each step becomes grounded, deliberate, taking up appropriate space rather than shrinking or apologizing for existence. Breathing patterns shift significantly when embodying being loved. Instead of shallow, anxious breaths, air flows deeply into lungs, expanding ribcage fully. This natural, relaxed breathing signals safety to nervous system, creating a positive feedback loop of calm confidence. People unconsciously respond to this steady, centered energy. Voice resonance changes too. Speaking from a place of being loved eliminates need to prove or convince. Words flow with natural authority, neither pushing nor pulling. Tone carries warmth and clarity rather than seeking approval or validation. Even silence becomes comfortable, no longer needing to fill space with nervous chatter. Facial expressions soften as inner critic quiets down. Eyes shine with genuine warmth rather than scanning environment for threats or judgment. Smile emerges naturally from inner well-being rather than social obligation. This authentic presence draws others in, creating magnetic field of genuine connection. Physical tension held in body, often accumulated from years of feeling unloved or unworthy, gradually releases through this practice. Jaw unclenches, shoulders drop, stomach relaxes. Energy previously spent maintaining protective armor becomes available for creative expression and joyful engagement with life. Interactions with others transform through this embodied shift. Rather than collapsing boundaries to gain approval, personal space is honored. Touch becomes conscious choice rather than desperate grab for connection. Even handshakes and hugs carry new quality of self-contained wholeness rather than need. Movement becomes more fluid and graceful as self-consciousness dissolves. Dancing, walking, exercising, all physical activities take on new freedom when filtered through lens of being deeply loved. Body becomes trusted ally rather than source of shame or disconnection. This physical presence shift ripples out to affect entire environment. Spaces naturally organize themselves around this new energy. Others respond differently, unconsciously recognizing and respecting this grounded, love-filled way of being in world. Creating spaces that reflect and amplify love's presence becomes a vital practice in embodying being deeply loved. Physical environment serves as constant mirror, either reinforcing or challenging beliefs about worthiness and love's abundance in life. Small, intentional changes in living spaces create powerful ripple effects. Fresh flowers on kitchen table, soft lighting in bedroom, meaningful artwork on walls. Each element chosen with awareness becomes sacred reminder of inherent lovability. Colors, textures, and objects combine to create sanctuary where love naturally flows. Clearing clutter opens energetic pathways for love's expression. Each item released carries old stories of lack or unworthiness. Making space physically parallels making space emotionally for new possibilities of receiving love. Clean surfaces and organized spaces reflect clear mind and open heart. Bedroom transformation holds special power in this practice. Creating sleep sanctuary with high-quality bedding, peaceful artwork, and gentle aromatherapy sends message to subconscious mind about deserving comfort and care. Morning routine flows differently when waking in space designed for self-honor. Personal altar or meditation corner anchors love-affirming energy in home. Meaningful objects, inspiring quotes, photographs of happy moments. Gathering these elements creates focal point for daily connection with love's presence. Even small corner can become powerful reminder of choosing love-based reality. Music playing softly, carefully chosen for uplifting vibration, fills space with harmonious frequencies. Plants bringing nature's vitality indoors create living connection with life's abundance. Natural materials like wood, stone, and cotton ground environment in authentic, nurturing energy. Workspace arrangement reflects new way of showing up professionally. Desk positioned for empowerment, tools organized for efficiency, inspirational elements placed strategically. Environment supports operating from fullness rather than proving worth through overwork. Digital environment requires equal attention in modern life. Phone wallpaper, computer desktop, social media feeds, all can be curated to support love-affirming mindset. Unfollowing accounts that trigger comparison or lack while adding sources of genuine inspiration maintains energetic clarity. Even car interior becomes opportunity for environment creation. Clean space, inspiring audio content, Carefully chosen accessories, daily commute transforms into extension of love-based lifestyle. Every environment touched becomes chance to reinforce commitment to living as if deeply loved. Process evolves naturally as awareness deepens. Spaces begin arranging themselves, intuitively shifting to match expanding consciousness of being loved. Environment becomes both reflection and catalyst of inner transformation, creating upward spiral of increased receptivity to love's presence. Relationships transform profoundly when approaching them from state of being already loved. Old patterns of seeking validation, trying to earn affection, or accepting crumbs of connection naturally fall away. New dynamics emerge based on genuine sharing rather than desperate needing. Interactions with family members shift first, often dramatically. No longer operating from childhood wounds seeking parental approval, adult relationships can finally develop. Conversations flow differently when not filtered through lens of proving worth or fixing past hurts. Space opens for authentic connection without emotional baggage. Friendships evolve as people-pleasing patterns dissolve. Setting clear boundaries becomes natural expression of self-respect rather than fearful defense. Saying no to draining commitments, speaking truth kindly, expressing needs directly, all flow easily when grounded in being already loved. Romantic relationships particularly reveal power of this shift. Dating transforms from anxious pursuit of validation into relaxed exploration of genuine connection. Red flags become clearly visible when not obscured by fear of being alone. Standards naturally rise as settling becomes impossible. Professional relationships benefit immensely from this new foundation. Meetings flow with quiet confidence rather than nervous energy to prove worth. Ideas express freely without attachment to approval. Leadership emerges naturally from authentic presence rather than forced authority. Even brief encounters with strangers carry different quality. Small talk flows easily without underlying current of seeking validation. Genuine interest in others emerges naturally when not clouded by self-consciousness. Random connections often become unexpectedly meaningful. Existing relationships sometimes struggle initially with this transformation. Some people feel threatened by newly embodied self-love, having grown comfortable with old dynamics of control or codependence. Natural sorting process occurs as connections either evolve or gently dissolve. Communication patterns shift fundamentally across all relationships. Words flow from heart rather than strategic mind, calculating optimal responses. Listening deepens, no longer planning next statement while others speak. Authentic dialogue emerges naturally when not filtered through fear of rejection. Conflict handling transforms completely through this lens. Disagreements address specific issues rather than triggering old wounds. Solutions emerge organically when not complicated by proving worth or avoiding abandonment. Even ending relationships happens cleanly when necessary. Partnership dynamics especially benefit as manipulation, and power struggles naturally dissolve. Equal giving and receiving becomes possible when operating from fullness rather than lack. True intimacy emerges as walls of protection become unnecessary. Inner voices that once criticized and judged begin shifting naturally when practicing being already loved. Harsh internal commentary softens, making space for gentle, supportive dialogue. Words of encouragement and acceptance replace old patterns of self-doubt and criticism. Mistakes transform from proof of unworthiness into simple learning opportunities. Instead of berating ourselves for human imperfections, compassionate understanding emerges. "I'm learning and growing" replaces "I should have known better." Each stumble becomes chance to practice self-forgiveness. Mental chatter, previously dominated by comparison and competition, gives way to appreciation and celebration. Achievements by others no longer trigger feelings of inadequacy. Success becomes non-zero-sum game, with plenty of room for everyone to shine. Self-talk during daily activities shifts dramatically. Morning mirror reflection receives loving greeting rather than critical assessment. Evening review focuses on gratitude rather than cataloging perceived failures. Every moment offers fresh chance to choose love-based internal dialogue. Negative thought spirals lose their grip as new neural pathways strengthen. When critical voice appears, it's met with compassion rather than resistance. "Thank you for trying to protect me" becomes natural response to fear-based thoughts. Inner dialogue transforms into supportive partnership rather than battlefield of opposing forces. This transformation ripples through every aspect of life as inner environment of love creates outer reflection of peace and possibility. Living fully from love emerges naturally as each moment becomes fresh opportunity to embody this truth. No waiting for perfect circumstances, right relationship, or external validation. Love flows freely now, in this exact moment, exactly as things are. Daily choices spring from this wellspring of inner love rather than seeking outside approval. Food choices honor body's wisdom. Career moves align with soul's calling. Creative expression flows without fear of judgment. Each decision becomes simple reflection of already being loved. Money flows differently when filtered through lens of abundance rather than scarcity. Investments in self-care feel natural rather than indulgent. Giving becomes joyful expression rather than attempt to prove worth. Resources circulate freely, guided by love's wisdom rather than fear's restriction. Time management shifts dramatically when operating from love-based reality. Boundaries around energy become clear and natural. Yes flows easily to aligned opportunities while no springs firmly from self-respect. Schedule reflects priorities of someone who values their well-being. Challenges and obstacles transform into opportunities for deepening this practice. Rejection becomes redirection toward better alignment. Delays offer chance to practice patience. Every circumstance serves as invitation to choose love again, right here, right now. Love becomes constant companion rather than distant goal. Each breath, each step, each interaction carries this truth. Love is not something to seek, but reality, to embody, right now, in this perfect moment. Breaking free from seeking love to embodying love transforms everything. Each step taken today, from mirror work to environment creation, from relationship shifts to inner dialogue changes, builds momentum toward this profound reality. Every moment offers fresh chance to choose differently, to live from love's abundance rather than lack's limitation. Small shifts create massive change over time. Looking in mirror with kindness, walking with quiet confidence, speaking from inner authority. These simple practices reshape entire experience of life. Neural pathways strengthen with each loving choice, making next choice easier and more natural. Being already loved isn't distant dream or empty affirmation. It's fundamental truth waiting to be claimed. Starting now, in this exact moment, possibility exists to live differently. No special circumstances required, no perfect timing needed, just willingness to practice new way of being. Change begins moment choices made to embody love rather than seek it. Each person holds this power, power to transform their world by transforming their relationship with love. Future self will thank you for starting this journey today. If this message resonated deeply within you, take a moment to support our channel. Hit that like button to help others discover this transformative practice. Subscribe and turn on notifications to join our community of conscious creators actively choosing to live from love. Together, we're creating ripple effect of positive change in world. Remember, you are already deeply, completely loved. Now is time to live from that truth.